The heading, Introduction to the Magical Transformation of a Young Kitten, serves as the foundational entry point into our enchanting narrative. The night the kitten's whiskers began to sparkle. It defines the initial state of our protagonist, a young, ordinary kitten, and immediately foreshadows a profound, fantastical change. This isn't merely a physical alteration, but a shift in essence, a blossoming of inherent magic that will redefine the kitten's existence and the world around it. The significance of this introduction is paramount. It establishes the before to fully appreciate the after. Without understanding the kitten's initial innocence and lack of extraordinary abilities, the subsequent sparkling whiskers would lack their impact. It sets the stage for wonder, inviting the audience to suspend disbelief and embrace the magical premise. This point is crucial for building empathy and investment in the kitten's journey. Consider two examples that illustrate this concept. Firstly, imagine a simple, playful kitten chasing a dust bunny, completely unaware of the latent magic within. This mundane scene starkly contrasts with the extraordinary event to come. Secondly, think of a quiet, moonlit night. The kitten curled up asleep, its whiskers still and ordinary, just moments before the first glimmer of magic appears. These everyday scenarios amplify the sudden, wondrous nature of the transformation. Many cat lovers would agree that every kitten possesses an inherent, almost magical charm, making the idea of a literal magical transformation feel like a natural extension of their beloved pet's mystique. While the concept of a magical transformation is inherently fantastical, a potential challenge lies in maintaining believability within the story's own internal logic. How does this magic manifest? Is it a sudden burst or a gradual awakening? An alternative viewpoint might suggest the magic is simply a heightened perception of the kitten's natural charm, rather than a literal supernatural event. However, for our narrative, the literal interpretation is key. This introductory point directly influences every subsequent aspect of the main topic. The sparkling whiskers are the direct result of this initial transformation. The kitten's new abilities, its interactions with the world, and the challenges it faces will all stem from this foundational magical shift. It dictates the entire trajectory of the story, from the initial wonder to the eventual understanding and mastery of its newfound powers. Without this introduction to the magical transformation, there would be no story of sparkling whiskers to tell. Analysis needed. I'd be happy to provide a detailed explanation for your outline, but I noticed that the specific heading you'd like me to analyze wasn't included in your message. You've mentioned that the outline is about the night the kitten's whiskers began to sparkle, but you haven't specified which particular heading from that outline you'd like me to explore. Could you please share the specific heading you'd like me to elaborate on? For example, it might be something like the discovery of the sparkle, scientific explanations for luminescent whiskers, the kitten's emotional journey, impact on the household, or any other section from your outline. Once you provide the specific heading, I'll be able to give you a comprehensive 350 to 400 word explanation that includes all the elements you've requested, the concept definition, its significance to the main topic, specific examples, relevant supporting opinions, potential challenges or controversies, and connections to other aspects of the story. This will ensure the analysis is precisely tailored to the section you're developing for your script. The discovery of the sparkling whiskers phenomenon represents that magical moment when someone first notices the extraordinary transformation of a kitten's whiskers beginning to shimmer and glow. This discovery typically occurs during twilight hours or in dimly lit spaces, when the contrast between ordinary darkness and the unexpected luminescence becomes most apparent. The phenomenon manifests as tiny points of light emanating from the tips of the whiskers, gradually intensifying until each whisker resembles a delicate fiber optic strand radiating soft, ethereal light. This discovery serves as the pivotal turning point in understanding the kitten's unique condition and sets the entire narrative in motion. It marks the transition from the mundane to the magical, challenging our assumptions about what is possible in the natural world. The significance lies not just in the physical manifestation, but in what it represents: a gateway to wonder and the unexpected magic that can exist in everyday life. Consider the example of a child discovering their new kitten's whiskers glowing softly while reading under a blanket fort, creating an instant bond through shared secrecy and marvel. Similarly, a veterinarian might first notice the phenomenon during a routine evening examination, prompting scientific curiosity alongside pure amazement. These scenarios illustrate how the discovery can occur in both intimate, personal settings and professional contexts, each bringing different perspectives to the phenomenon. Some might argue that such observations result from tricks of light or overactive imaginations, representing a more skeptical viewpoint that demands scientific explanation. Others embrace the mystery, suggesting that not everything requires rational justification. This tension between wonder and skepticism creates dynamic conflict within the broader narrative. The discovery fundamentally influences every subsequent aspect of the story. It raises questions about the kitten's origins, whether other animals might possess similar traits, and what might have triggered this transformation. The phenomenon could indicate environmental factors, genetic mutations, or something more mystical. This initial discovery becomes the foundation for exploring themes of acceptance, the extraordinary hiding within the ordinary, and how we respond when confronted with the inexplicable. It challenges characters to decide whether to study, protect, or simply appreciate this remarkable occurrence, ultimately shaping the story's direction and emotional core. I'd be happy to help you create detailed content for your outline, but I noticed that the actual heading you'd like me to explain isn't included in your message. You've provided the main topic, the night the kitten's whiskers began to sparkle, and excellent instructions for what you need. But the specific heading from your outline that requires explanation appears to be missing. Could you please share the particular heading or section title from your outline that you'd like me to develop? For example, it might be something like The Magical Transformation, Discovery of the Sparkling Phenomenon, The Kitten's Emotional Journey, or any other specific point from your outline. Once you provide the heading, I'll be able to create a comprehensive 350 to 400 word explanation that includes all the elements you've requested. The definition or description, significance to the main topic, specific examples, relevant supporting opinions, potential challenges or alternative viewpoints, and connections to other aspects of your story or topic.